Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and the channel name is Transition, obviously. Today's video, in today's video, we're gonna learn intransitive verbs. Now, if you haven't checked those those videos that have been made in the past few days, here explanation of transitive verb and more videos about verbs. I'll give you the playlist down the description. So let's begin. Here, let's just read these examples. Absolutely, explanation of intransitive verbs below. Absolutely. An intransitive verb is like an independent adventurer. It can stand alone and still make sense without needing a direct object. Like transitive verb needs direct object to make sense in the sentence. But in this intransitive verb, there is no direct object because intransitive verb is independent and it can fulfill its sense in the sentences with her or him, his own. Okay? Now, it can stand alone and still make sense without needing a direct object. It's a verb that doesn't require a direct object to complete its meaning. In other words, it expresses an action or state of being without the need for something or someone to receive the action. Here's a simple way to understand it. Let's look at that simple way. Imagine you have a sentence like she laughed. It's in full sentence, okay? And in the end it doesn't have any direct object because it's an intransitive object and it can fulfill its sense in the sentence on his or her own. In this sentence, laughed is the intransitive verb. It's clear on its own. You know she laughed without needing to know what made her laugh. Yeah. Examples of intransitive verbs. Now, let's look at more explanation deeply here. Intransitive verb meaning an intransitive verb cannot have a direct object after them. An intransitive verb does not pass the word to an object. An intransitive verb is usually followed by adverbial and prepositional phrases. By the way, what do adverbial and prepositional phrases means? An adverbial phrase is a group of words that gives more information about a verb in a sentence. When, where, or why something happens. For example, in the sentence, she walked to park slowly. She walked to the park slowly. The adverbial phrase is slowly because it tells how she walked in a slow manner. Adverbial phrases help make sentences more descriptive and interesting, and a prepositional phrase is a group of words that show a relationship between a noun or pronoun and other words in a sentence. It often starts with a preposition like in, on, under, between, etc. For example, in the sentence, the cat is on the table, the prepositional phrase is on the table. It tells us where the cat is located. Now, here. see. Now, adverbial phrases help us make sentences more descriptive and interesting. And prepositional phrase is a group of words that shows and and a group wait look in the intransitive verb. An intransitive verb cannot have a direct object because it's independent and it can make a sense in the sentence on his or her own. An intransitive verb does not pass the work to an object. An intransitive verb usually followed by adverbial and prepositional phrases. Here, but intransitive verb does not have an direct object, but it have an adverbial and prepositional phrase followed. By the way, what do adverbial and prepositional phrases mean? An adverbial phrase is a group of words that gives us more information about a verb in a sentence. It tells us how, when, or where, why something happens. For example, in the sentence, she walked to park slowly. The slowly is an adverbial phrase here because it tells how she walked in a slow manner. She walked in a slow manner. Adverbial phrases help make sentences more descriptive and interesting. And a prepositional phrases. This is prepositional phrase. By the way, prepositional phrases means the preposition will come first of the sentence and the noun will come in the end of the sentence. Okay? Prepositional phrase is a group of words that shows a in. So, a prepositional phrase So now, I'll just simply tell that intransitive verb is a independent sentence, is an independent verb that can add sense into their sentences alone. It doesn't have any direct object or something. It doesn't pass any work to any object. So, it is followed by prepositional and adverbial phrase. And prepositional phrase is a group of words that shows a relationship between a noun or a pronoun and other words in a sentence. If it often starts with a preposition like in, on, under, between, etc. For example, in the sentence, the cat is on the table, the prepositional phrase is on the table. On is the preposition. Table is a noun. So, I told you that in the starting of the sentence, on is a preposition and the end of the word is a noun. It tells us where the cat is located. Prepositional phrases add details to sentence by giving us more information about the nouns and pronouns, and in the end of the sentence there will be a noun. That's a prepositional noun. Examples of intransitive verbs: the baby smiled. So there is no prepositional phrase or no adverbial phrase, but there is smiled intransitive verb, and Susan sneezed intransitive verb. The children ran around the bush. Around is the prepositional phrase, and the children ran around the bush. He arrived late at night. He arrived late at night. Adverbial phrase, where, when, or why something happens. For example, in this sentence, late at night. He arrived late at night. This is the adverbial phrase here, late at night. Late is the adverbial phrase. And if there are any more, let's look at these examples here. He sleeps peacefully. He sleeps peacefully. In the intransitive verb, sleeps. It's the intransitive verb. The intransitive verb sleeps doesn't need anything else to understand the action. They danced all night. Danced is the intransitive verb. We know they danced without needing to know what they danced. She runs every morning. Runs. The intransitive verb runs tells us about the action without needing a direct object. The birds chirp loudly. Chirp is the intransitive verb. Chirp is the intransitive verb. We understand that the birds making a sound. The sun rises is early. Rises is the intransitive verb. The intransitive verb rises shows action without requiring more information. So in this today's video, I hope you learned intransitive verb very good and enjoyed this video. I know this video wasn't funny at all. So we'll meet in another video, and it is based on modal verbs. Bye.